master on the beat, boy.
Welcome to Sector 1D, home of the legendary bounty hunter one Forsaken Gaming. Sit back and enjoy the show.
It's one Forsaken Gaming in Sector 1FG. 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 Sector 1FG. Sector 1FG. Let me tell you about my boy DAVID. There ain't a Metroid game that he can't beat. Let's talk about the original, yeah, the OG. He beat Ridley, Kraid him in the brain with ease. On Metroid 2, he flew the planet SR388. And every time he plays it, he makes it look like a piece of cake. He beat the queen so clean, yeah, he sealed her fate. The next thing that he seen was Squishy's birthplace. In Super Metroid, they kidnapped his baby from the space station. So he quickly went back to Zebis with no hesitation. The evil mother brain had more sub-bosses waiting, but in the end, it was Squishy who saved him. On Metroid 4, he got that fusion with the DNA. Little shop of horses in the shadows doesn't wanna play. The ex-parasite eventually saved the day. And Metroid Dread, yeah, that's a story for another day. It's one Forsaken Gaming in Sector 1FG. 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 Sector 1FG. Sector 1FG.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Sector 1FG. I am One Forsaken Gaming, and today we're going to be doing some Street Fighter games on the Sega Saturn. We're going to be doing Alphas 1, 2, and 3, and then we're going to do the two Versus games, X-Men vs. Street Fighter and Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter. I know I'm taking a break a little bit from the normal series I was going to do. Today I was going to do Metroid 2 and all that goodness, but today I'm going to take a break and I wanted to do a showcase of the Sega Saturn, kind of, sort of, because these games are actually really good they're almost like arcade perfects ports from the arcades, the arcade versions, and with the exception, of course, of the load times and everything, but, as we got into more like the series, like the Versus series, and there were, as I said, there were only two of the Versus series that were ported over to the Saturn, and they run really well. I've done a first impressions video of Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, and that sucker was amazing to play. I can't, and I'm going to be showcasing X-Men versus Street Fighter as well today, so just going to have some fun. So I'm going to do a playthrough of each one, just due to the time and everything. I'm going to take forever, in case I take forever on one game, so we're just going to do one playthrough of each to kind of get the ball rolling, and all that. I'm just going to stick to some classic, characters, just to keep it simple. I do have the difficulty on maximum as well, just so you know. If things are taking away a bunch of health, well, that's the reason why. I like to challenge myself a little bit. Now, out of all the Saturn games on this, I do not have the case for this game, but I have them for everything else. Oh yeah, I broke out super quick. Ah, darn it, I was trying to do a Dragon Punch. I guess I was too, into my, I was too committed. Oops. There we go. I hate Adon. He's like one of the worst characters to fight against and for the CPU. Wrong button. I will take it. Oh, he took it. Okay. I thought he had no health left, so I threw the fireball. I was like, you can't block it. Let's just use it. See, this is where the load screens are and everything, but if you really think about it, with the reason why the Saturn is so good for these is because it has the 4 megabyte 4 megabyte it has the a memory upgrade, so this is the reason why the PlayStation wasn't able to couldn't kind of failed compared to the Saturn, because it didn't have that memory upgrade. So in order for that to happen, you know, it kind of sucks that they couldn't do what they want. Hey Cripzilla, good morning, happy Saturday to you. I should say afternoon. That's alright, I'll take him out. But I'm sad though, this is the only game I don't have the official case for. I'm gonna have to see if I can find like the case and manual for this, but I have all the other ones, the Street Fighter Alpha 2, Alpha 3, or in this case it would be 03, because 03 was only released in Japan. It was actually one of the final games they released for the Saturn. So, I don't know. And then Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, that was also released only in Japan. So is this your next hunting target? I mean, the cases are... I can always find a reproduction copy. I really don't care. I have the original disc, so... Yeah, whatever, lady. Yeah, she just did all that, like, right away. What the heck was that crap? It's like, where's my uppercut? That's what I did right there at the end, and she didn't... Why I hate Rose, though, in the Alpha series, because all she does is block everything. What the hell? I was holding block. Why did he duck? I was just holding back. That was so lame. I was just holding back. I didn't know why he ducked. Anyway. But that's why I hate Rose, because that's all she does. She blocks everything. The way the CPU has her, she's so boring to fight. Whatever. Ah, wrong one. That was my fault. I hit the wrong motion. I meant to do the hurricane, not the fireball. But then again, I also have this on set on hot maximum difficulty, so of course she's gonna do more. Oh, come on, she should have taken that whole thing. There we go. Yeah, right. How'd she get behind me? I was gonna say, there's no way she should have hit me with that. No way she should have had time to get that off. That's crazy. Alright, anyway. I just say it's just to showcase like the Sega Saturn. As most of you know, I like the Saturn a lot. Ah. That should have finished her off, but whatever. I just think it's funny though too about like the alphas, like this one in particular. It's like the voices are so much like deeper. Compared to like the other, like how they did the other games and everything. It's like these are supposed to be their younger versions. Yeah, right. She was nailed. Come on. I should have gotten the special finish. That was lame. Yeah, so we'll move into Alpha 2 after this. And then 03.
Round one, fight!
Whoops, wrong button. Come on. That's a great finish right there. Not what I tried to do with a super run, but that's alright. We'll take the finish regardless. I'm trading kicks here. There we go. See, that's what I was trying to do in the first round. But yeah, it's just I really wanted to do. I've been wanting to do this since I got my hands on the two Versus series games, and then the Alpha 3, because it's like they only released in Japan, so. That was a nice try right there, bud. Yep, I knew it. I was ready to throw a move, but of course anything I would have pressed at that time beyond the hardest difficulty, he would have just thrown me. Oh, come on, where's my Dragon Punch? Hey, where's my throw, man? I don't remember Guy being this ridiculous. Alright, anyway. It's alright, we only got a couple more fighters to go through. That's what I get for punishing myself, I guess. Only putting this thing on highest difficulty. But I mean, you can see though with this, it's like the... Give him the little cheesy kick to finish him off. Gotcha. All right. Where are we at? Second to last character? All right, cool. That's it. We're just gonna do one playthrough of each one. That's not what I did. I guess I fired that super fireball just a little too early. Yeah, right. What the hell, man? That's not. Damn it. I didn't mean to duck. I meant to duck and do an uppercut. Oopsie. Yeah, right. You went a little bit past that there, pal. Trying to cross me up? How dare you? Haha, gotcha. What's up, Baker? Welcome in. It's over 3 years now. Yes, yeah. Let's go. We'll get you a sub screen here in just a little bit once I'm done with the final character before we switch out to Alpha 2. Thank you so much for the resub. He throws away Dan. I went a little too deep on that one. Why did he jump backwards? I told him to go forward. Oh, come on. I should have been able to block that in time. Anxiously waiting for the package to arrive? Yeah. I would be too. Oops. Ah, I got a little greedy. Yeah, no, I would be too, man. Those of you who are interested, with the RetroPie 3 has been released, 3.0. It's super exciting because they have a whole bunch of new consoles added to it. The Pi 5 board has been released, all that stuff, so oh, come on. There we go. Alright. Let me get that sub screen going here. What do we want here? Right? No, I don't. Alright, let's go. Again, thank you so much for the resub, Baker. Much love to you, man. I'm thinking Mega Man does the Hadouken better. Alright. The only thing about this, like the Saturn, like the endings and stuff, for some reason you can't skip the ending credits, but that's alright. That's alright. Well, I'm going to go ahead and jump out of this anyway, because I'm going to move on to Alpha 2. That said, I don't have the actual case for this, so I do apologize. I'd like to show it off, showcase it, but I don't have the actual case. I just have the disc. Street Fighter Alpha right there. Ah. let's move on to Alpha 2. There goes the big, beautiful case. Love this console. That's just the memory card that boots up, so it has the 4 extra megabytes. Let me know if the sound is okay, you guys. I don't want to blast you out or anything. Yeah, some of these games come in super loud. This one. Let's go. Let's go. Eight characters on this one too. Alpha 3 was the only one that had like 10 battles, I think, for the main story. But I loved the fact that, I mean, in all fairness, and this is not, I'm not putting this lightly. These games could have put the Dreamcast to work. Rivaled the Dreamcast, because it honestly did. Oops, I didn't time that right. Those little emotes. I mean, no joke. This, I mean, with the 4 megabyte addition, it just makes these things load that much quicker, and then it just works. I mean, Alpha 3 in particular, you have all the modes that the Dreamcast did, and it ran completely, like, perfectly. Well, that was not my fault. I told him to do the Shinryuken, but he just sat there and threw a smart short kick. How do you get behind me? How do you get... See, he should have been behind me right there. I'm gonna start over, because I'm not losing against the first character. Dreamcast could love the fake pick and the Switch too. That is true, though. What's up, MJar? Kenry is so difficult to use, so short with each hit. No, they're the most, like, balanced characters, I think, out of all of them, but whatever. I'm gonna start over. I'm not losing to the first character. I'd rather, if I'm gonna lose to Charlie, I'm gonna lose to him later, but I accidentally, there are a couple of times I messed up. I need to get my feet grounded in this, apparently, a little bit more. Now, I love Ken and Ryu. Akuma was just like, just with that air fireball, just made him so much like a different, character. Well, anyway, but hope you and the missus are doing great. Happy to have everybody here today. Good way to start off the round. Why is he not doing it? At least I got one hit out of it. Take the grenade. She is working until 12? Oh, good. Okay. You loved using them. Yeah. There we go. What do we got? Come on. What the hell was where's my forward kick? I like that, my Dragon Punch took out his knife. Aha, gotcha. Now they're the staple characters among anybody. You know, there's classic characters. You know, you can't not play a Street Fighter game and not be able to go through it with Ken, Ryu. You know, it's just impossible. If you play it, you have to do a playthrough of it with them. They're just too classic. It's like playing Mortal Kombat without Sub-Zero and Scorpion. I thought he was gonna go for it. That's not what I did. Ah, I knew he was gonna do that and I didn't throw a move. Come on. Yeah, that's what I thought, pal. That thing does not drain enough, I'm sorry. Football Samurai? No, actually, Sodom is actually from Final Fight. He was the second boss in the game. They have a bunch of, like, Guy is in this as well. They brought in characters from, like, the different franchises of Capcom. It was pretty cool. See, there's Hagar in the background there. They eventually, like Alpha 3, they brought in Cody as well. Ah, dang, I fired. Oh, shoot, I thought I completely missed. Like I said, even with Alpha 3, they had, like, all the modes, and you'll see them shortly when I'm done with this game, but... Darn it. Nice. But they had like the world tour mode, they had the versus, the dramatic battle, they had every mode the Dreamcast had was on the Saturn. So it's just kind of like, why did they even need to release it on the Saturn or the Dreamcast, for example? It just completely rivaled. Like, why? I don't know if it was just they were trying to get like they were trying to like get prep for the Dreamcast or something. I don't know. It just seemed like. did. No, but actually, the funny thing is, if you actually go and like we were talking about Sodom earlier, if you actually go and watch some of like the higher players and stuff, they play some of them actually are really good with Sodom too. It's like those other people that like, oh come on, that should not have happened. I got behind her. Yep, I knew it. I knew it. I should have just sat there, but they... See, that's the one reason why they always say, like, the computer cheats and stuff, is because you have to input a command into the computer, so it already knows what you're going to do. So as soon as you go to make that move, it's already in motion to say, like, hey, you know, I'm going to do this to beat you to it. So, like, right there is the moment I pressed an input command in order to throw my move, it was going to go ahead and do that. It was going to throw its super combo on me. So it's just, you know, that. But that's with any like fighting game. You know, it doesn't matter. You have to input the command into the computer, so it already sees it coming by the time you even do anything. So it's super annoying. That's why it's always like, and then the other thing is though too, is like for charge moves and stuff like that, it's always holding down every direction at every single time, so it doesn't have to charge anything, so it can just keep, like for like Guile, once you, it already has the, it can throw like a sonic boom like right back to back because it doesn't have to charge. It's already because it's already charged. Ah, I knew I should have thrown a move there sooner. I'll just let him make a move. I had way more than enough health to just kind of get through that. I tried to sneak that in there, didn't quite work out. Alright, getting a little too predictable with those things there, bud. Yep, I knew it. He was gonna wait for me to make a move, and then he was just gonna alpha counter me. I knew that was coming, because we were both on edge with in terms of how much health we had left. So it was like, yeah, I knew he was gonna do that. And that's the way the computer is too. It's like it'll just sit there and counter everything. So it's all good. It's a fighting games and stuff, they're always meant to like take your money in the arcades, so it's nothing new. don't know why he's not doing the Dragon Punch. No, that should not have hit me. I don't know why you didn't block. You should be able to... I think you can air block that, and I think I did before. I don't know why that didn't work there. No, I was holding down. Because I knew he was going to do that. Look how much my drains compared to his. Look at that. It's like, sorry, I'm not losing to you again, pal. Not right there, anyway. Yeah, I was gonna say, I should have nailed him, too. No, I should have been able to jump over that. Yeah, he's just countering everything. Yeah. Great finish. I knew I was like, I'd just go for it, you know, because I think with the level 2 I should have been able to nail him, and it worked. It worked out for me. Like, because he was gonna try to counter me with something, and I was like, nope, go for the super. What's up, Angel? Good morning. Welcome in. Good to see you. So you playing some TCG player? It's what the shop simulator? Oh, come on, where's my thing? It's addicting, yeah. That's what that's what I'm hearing too. That's not what I did. Yeah, a lot of people are getting addicted to that thing. As soon as they came out with it, I was like, watch. I forget who I was watching. I think it was One Coin Only. Was he streamed it like multiple times? I was like, damn, dude. He was having a lot of fun with it. I still think he streams it to this day too. It looks addicting. I'm just not good with managing that kind of stuff. Like, what was it like? What was it, like the Railroad Tycoon and all those other tycoon like type of games and stuff? It's like, yeah, I was never any good at those things. I have a hard enough time managing my operation at work. Streaming for a week now. You know, yeah, I've been noticing. I see the alerts come through. I come and like lurk for a little bit every now and then when I can. Usually when you're streaming, I'm at work, so it's like it kind of makes it a little bit harder for me. But I do a lot of times that's what happens for me is like I notice like I especially like for example Willy Will, he always why, oh, he got behind me, that's why. What? I'm dizzy. Whatever. Half the moves I was doing, he was rolling on the ground, and I wasn't even telling him to do that. Sometimes the controller thinks you're inputting something, but that's not what I'm doing. Not TCG when you don't do anything. Well, that's good. I think the last one, I think one of the old school ones I used to play was back in like grade school, was one of those, a Dino Park Tycoon. I was trying to build a dinosaur park and everything, and I could never get that thing going. It's like your people want a they would love to have a tour guide. It's like I literally have one freaking dinosaur in the park. You need to hire a tour guide. It's like, no. Like, there's literally one dinosaur in the park. You guys want a tour guide? Whatever. That tour guide's gonna be bored to hell. Oh, whatever, man. He couldn't do his death touch, but I could, because I threw a jab at him, but he hits me with a hurricane kick, no problem. Whatever, dude. That's not what I did. Where's my tech bonus? I was doing the same thing, pal. That's not what I did. I guess I had no health to block that? Yeah, whatever, dude. I still had a little sliver of power. What crap was that? Yeah, man. That was baloney. I don't like them real life sim. That's hard to keep up with it. Yeah, no, you're totally right on that. It needs to like when I'm stopping, you're stopping. What's up, Uber? Good morning. Happy to have you here. I saw you doing your speed runs for Kirby Superstar this week. Whoops, I did not mean to do that. Oops. Hell. You know what's funny, actually, Uber, I was looking at speedrun.com, and both you and I are right next to each other for like on the home page. There's mine for Metroid Road Dawn, and like yours is right above or below me, I can't remember, but for yours Superstar run. Whoops. That's not what I meant to do. I'm surprised he didn't counter me. It's like, you fire too far away, the computer doesn't know what to do, but, I don't know why he was able to block that, but whatever. I'll let him have it. I didn't block there. I did that on purpose. Again, I have this set on highest difficulty, so their moves are draining a heck of a lot more than what it should. Yep, he's getting desperate. Just finish him off with a throw, why not? I don't like the I know the custom combos are what you're really supposed to be going for, but I never really learned those things very well, so I just use the alpha move, the super moves. I make it work somehow.
Round one, fight! Hadouken! 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 Hadouken!
No way. That fighting game is the highest difficult. It'll make you get good. Exactly. That's how I learned. That is actually how I learned to do very well at like Street Fighter 2, because on the home console version, we used to play it at like... We used to actually like, who was going to be the first person to try it on the hardest difficulty? And we never... I was actually one of the first ones that was actually able to beat it on the hardest difficulty. At my house. It was actually pretty cool. I felt kind of accomplished. Oh, come on, Ken, do it. What a finish. It should have been a double, but I clocked him first. Nice. I play Mortal Kombat always on the highest difficulty. I can't. I can do like the old school Mortal Kombats on the highest difficulty. The thing is about Mortal Kombat, if you play the old school ones, they don't actually seem to like. There's really not that much difference to me anyway. If you set the difficulty, like if you play the SNES versions, for example, of Mortal Kombat, I've put it on very hard on all of them. And I hardly notice any difference between the gameplay. I don't know. It's just me. I don't know, but it's just I don't feel like it's actually doing. It's really like doing anything. You know what I mean? I don't know. But these things, obviously, like the Street Fighter games, yes, there's a huge difference between level 4 and like level 8. It's entirely different. It all depends on that, but see, the one thing I will say about Mortal Kombat games is that at least the damages, like the damage that they actually put in there, is it's set in stone. Like for example, jump kicks take away this much damage. You know, all that's pretty much like set perfectly. With Street Fighter, it's like the hardest difficulty. It's like, oh, they have like this much power left, but I hit them with a fierce move, and it drains like half of that. What's up with that? But I'll have my meter that's like over that's like 33%, and Zangief hits are like over 33%, and Zangief gives me a spinning pile driver, and it defeats me. Like what? It's really just bad. The inconsistency with these alpha or these Street Fighter games, it's unbelievable. So I don't know. It just doesn't seem right, you know? So I don't know, but anyway. Alright, we're gonna stop this here. I'm gonna go ahead and stop this as we move on to the next Street Fighter game. You just couldn't get into Street Fighter. Yeah, no, I hear you on that. It's not for everybody. So there's the lovely little disc. Alright, we're going to move on to Alpha 3, or in this case 03, because it was only released in Japan. Let me put this back. There's Alpha 2. And these Alpha and Versus series games, I recently got these in. Here's the case for it. Street Fighter 03. So we're gonna do the two X-Men. We're gonna do X-Men versus Street Fighter next, and then we'll do one playthrough of Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, and then we'll call it a day. It even says like Goki for Akuma, which I'm gonna use Akuma on this one. That's only the first part of this actually takes a little bit because it does that full motion, like this whole intro, so it has to load all that. So this isn't as powerful, but love this intro. The music in this was fantastic. Love it.
Street Fighter 03.
See, but as I said though, it's see, here's all the versus modes. The dramatic battle, team battle, all this stuff, final battle, all of these modes are in the Dreamcast version. And this is on the Saturn, which is a far less powerful machine. So it's all good. Entry mode, so you can do that. Just said the survival mode, the final battle, if you want to go straight to the final boss and everything. It's fantastic. It's amazing. All right, so we're gonna start that off here. Exit. Oops. Wait, shit. I think speed isn't. Wait, shoot. Where did I have it? Shoot, I don't remember what this was at, but whatever. Okay, so it was free too. Alright, cool. I'm like lurking in and out doing morning duties. Yeah, it's all good, man. See, but just like the Alpha 3 on the Dreamcast, it also has all of these extra characters in it. I mean, Guile. Oh, wait, where's Guile? Is he in this? Am I missing him? I know Charlie's right here. But there's like T-Hawk and stuff like that. They're all in here. It's like... Okay, maybe Guile's not in this one. I mean, look at the lineup for this. For Sega Saturn... Oh, no, there he is. He's here. See, and this one's called Z-ism, not A-ism. And Goki. I mean, it's just a little bit of a load time. I mean, it's amazing. You can get like a world tour mode and everything to beef up your characters up to level 32 and get all that going. I mean, they really did a fantastic job with this, and being on the Saturn too. Yeah. How's he taking the early baldness in his life? Yeah. Yeah, those pictures were great, Uber, that you sent us. This was great. That was great. I really enjoyed you sharing that last night in the group chat. That was great. The onion was pure gold. Yeah, it was. Oops. The timing is a little off. He went under me. That's great. Yeah, it does, doesn't it? Yeah, it does, doesn't it? The sound on this and everything is just fantastic. I mean, as I said, this thing can rival the Dreamcast version. Ah! That's not what I did. Yeah, Saturn is so damn good. Yeah, dude, you have no idea. I said this was a completely underrated. I absolutely love my Saturn so much. Alright, there we go, we'll take it. And the alternate reality where Sega won and there was the console game yeah, there's still a console today. What was that, those memes that are like time traveler pushes a rock or something? it's like Sony and Xbox are like the horrible consoles and Sega is thriving.
Nobody blink. Triumph.
I was wondering who was going to win that one. Oh, come on, that took away way too much. Blame the CEO of Sega any time killed Sega. Yeah, the thing is like, the problem is that they were never in sync with each other. The Sega of America and Sega Japan, they went into two different, you know. And that was pretty much to me what killed it. Like, that's the reason why like we had the 32X versus and the Saturn at the same time. It's like they were not in sync with each other. And that's what really just killed it for Sega, I think, and they never recovered from that because the Genesis was flourishing. Oh, come on, that's not what I did. Oh, come on. The hell was that crap? You see how, see, that's what I'm saying. When you have the things up to like the highest difficulty, you see how much power I had, energy I had left, and then it took away that much just for a two little shot like that. It was way too much. It was way too much. I was like, what the hell? I should have been able to take that, but of course it's the computer and it's Street Fighter, so no. You shouldn't have been able to block that. Come on. Yeah, block that. Play cool games. It didn't mean Sonic because I thought Sonic. So it depends on the game for Sonic, but I really actually one of my top games of all time is Sonic CD. So I did enjoy Sonic games, some of them. There we go. I mean, and I'm looking at like my entire like lineup of Sega games, not just Genesis, but even like 32X, obviously the Saturn here. I mean, it really showed they really could do it, you know, but unfortunately Japan, Sega was doing a lot better than they did in the US, and especially with the Saturn, they didn't really do anything with the Saturn in the US, which was really sad because they had a lot of good games in Japan. It's the same thing with like the oops. And I really wish they would have released more. They would have had some of these games in the U.S. that they could have, if they would have had Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter in the U.S. Can you imagine how popular the Saturn would have been? I mean, seriously. Sonic Adventure, yeah, I like the first one better than the second one. That's not what I wanted to do, but whatever. Next stage is that killed the game for me. Yeah, the Dr. Eggman and the Tails with their robots and stuff. Yeah, that just wasn't the same. It really sucked. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't care for those either. And then Knuckles was like, and Rouge were like the scavenger hunts, you know, type of thing, looking for the piece of the emerald, and it just didn't do it for me. Oops, fired that a little too early. That's not what I did. I'll take it, whatever. Super underrated system and titles. Yep. That's been me for like the past like 2 years. Ever since I got this Saturn, I've been going on a Sega craze. Yeah, I'm surprised that didn't beat me, but I have no health left. PlayStation, then I can't stand Nintendo. Oh, it's a Nintendo's their franchises are what you know, that's why I've always enjoyed them. Mario, you know, obviously Metroid and stuff, but I've always been a Nintendo person, but over the past couple years it's been Sega for me. I've bought more Sega products in the past like 2 years than I have with anything in my entire life. Oops, I didn't mean to use that. I forgot this one. If you press the Fierce button and you have 3 levels, it uses all 3 of your bars. Game Gear and movies, you can very clearly see they don't have games in them. Yeah. Oops, wrong button. There we go, just hit him with a Surf Ninjas. Surf Ninjas for the Game Gear. Oh man, don't even get me on that one. I remember the reviews on that sucker for like Game Pro. I think after the Nintendo GameCube went downhill. No, actually, I think the Wii was actually pretty good. I like the Wii. Dang it. There we go. Actually, I mean, as I said, the Wii was actually pretty good. I had a Wii. They had some really good games for it. And I'm not just talking about like the, you know, the motion controls and stuff like and all that, but like even on the Wii U, you had the like Captain Toad Treasure Tracker. I absolutely loved that game. It was easy, but it was still a lot of fun. Just to name a couple. I mean, you also had Tatsunoko versus Capcom on that console. You had Xenoblade Chronicles, the very first one. I never did get far in that one, but I still enjoyed the music in that game alone. Really made it worth it. Let's see. Metroid Prime 3 was not actually really that great. Oops. Dude could see the future through his Game Gear. Whatever, sweetheart. Oh, come on, where's mine? I will take it. Karate Kid and Jackie Chan, you know, Game Gear and yeah. I had a Game Gear. It was it was what I was doing it, playing at like 10 o'clock at night or like 2 in the morning when I was in trouble. Gotcha. I had just enough range for that. Nice.
You win.
I had most of the games I had for Game Gear were Sonic. I think there was like 8 games on the US that were Sonic, and I just went ahead and I got all of those. I had Road Rash. I had shoot, what else did I have? Oh, come on, don't give me that crap. I don't know why he rolled. Alright. Finding one that still works. All of them had leaking capacitors. Yeah, I'm not trying to find one. I'm actually thinking of selling all my games that I have. I found where my Game Gear was. I was thinking of selling. The only game that I do own that's actually worth something is the I do own the 2 Shinobi games, but I also own the Mega Man game for the Game Gear, which they only released the one, and the Mega Man game is actually pretty darn expensive. So we'll see. I gotta see what I don't forget what else I have. It was mostly the Sonic games. I said Road Rash, Shinobi, Mega Man, Earthworm Jim. I don't know. Ah. Show you how it's done. And so next up we'll do X-Men versus Street Fighter, and then we'll finish off with some that Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. He wants to do that and keep doing it. Sure, buddy. Yep, I was gonna say, he's getting out of desperation. That's how it should be done.
You win!
It's like these ones, you can't skip these endings either, just like in the other ones. At least Akuma's is like super short. Quick, somebody translate. I don't need it. I don't need it anyway. Death match. Alright, we're gonna move on to, as I said, X-Men versus Street Fighter up next. Actually the X-Men versus Street Fighter is the game of the most recent one that I acquired. And I got this one, or I got Marvel Superheroes, then I got this one, and then I got X-Men. So, pretty cool. Alright, let's go ahead and get this out of here. Disk to stop spinning. Alright, cool. I said the Saturn was kind of towards the end when they finally started figuring out like stuff towards the, like what they could actually do with the console. I mean, they could have done a whole lot more with this. And it sucks because it was whoops, this is Marvel Superheroes. That's the last game we're gonna do. I was like, wait, this doesn't look right. So this is the actual case, the case that came in. It even has this thing has the 4 megabyte cartridge in it as well. So if I ever need another one, I have a backup. I did translate this as I was constipated for so long. Yeah, no. Not quite. That is funny though. Oh, what's going on here? Why is this not? Oh, there it is. Okay. It was just taking a while to load. I was like, what's going on here? Does this thing not work? I've been a bad translator. I may have been a bad translator. Just a bit, maybe. I don't know. I've always enjoyed the Versus series, but after Marvel vs. Capcom 2, I'm like, eh. Alright, let's do this. Like, and the great thing that I love about the Saturn though is this controller, because I don't have to make any adjustments to this whole thing whatsoever for this controller. It's the 6 buttons, you know, jab, strong, fierce, you know, short, you know, forward and roundhouse. It's all the same. It's just like playing a 6 button, you know. It's awesome. Wait, what was it? Yeah, look at that. It loads up just like that. I'm not really that great at these games, but whatever. See, look how fast this loads. And you get to switch your characters. Start off with a bang. Seems to respond better. Yeah, a little bit. But like these kind of things, like right here. See, I mean, look how fast this loads. My goodness, and this is on the Saturn with the 4 megabyte upgrade, though. I mean, this thing is just huge. I'd say this was only released in Japan. Can you imagine if it was released in the US? Because these games were popular. Right. Yeah, they definitely would have had better sales. Easily. I mean, there's no slowdown, there's nothing. There's just nothing here. It's just crazy. I mean, yeah, right here, there's a little pause. But then I press the buttons, it goes straight to this, and there's only a few seconds of load time. It's crazy that they're able to do this. I'm just in amazement. This is just crazy, man, how fast this is. I mean, sure, there's a few little frames of animation that are probably missing, but... I just love that so much. The double super fireball. If you use Ken and Ryu, it's like that's just a special trade-off. It's like, see, Ken could throw it, but he just for some reason did not. In any of the other fighting games. I don't know. Yeah, I missed time that one big time. Ouch. There we go. There we go. I think Sega Japan wanted us to, US to fail, and it took them both out. Yep. I don't know if I agree with that. Actually, I don't know if I agree with that statement. I think it's just they wanted their own entities and stuff, and I think then that's what killed it. And they branched off and saying, well, we can do this and we can do that, and it just didn't quite work, unfortunately. At least I got a few blocks on there. A little health off. Come on, someone. There we go. There we go. I mean, I said I've only been recently on into the Sega, like the last couple years. I've gone from I was trying to go for the finish. It didn't quite work out for me. Oh, good. Yeah, I could have done better. I'm not a big Sega, but look at the games they had in Japan. Yeah. I've done great here, but they, like, you know, don't get them. Yeah. I said, it's only been the past 2 years I've really gone into Sega. I said I went from the Saturn to the 32X to the Sega CD. You know, I've gone all those. The Sega Master System I went like crazy on as well. I can't believe how many great games are on the Master System too. The Master System was amazing. For what they, I mean, it could have easily have rivaled the. It could have easily have rivaled the Nintendo if they really would have pushed it. you gotta be kidding me. Nah, not how I wanted it to be, but... Alright, should be what, Apocalypse? Yeah. Yeah, we're zipping right along with this one.
I am the apocalypse. Ready. Fight.
Oops.
Your life. Your life is mine. Your life.
That's right. He has like a sliver of power left. He was going for the drill, too. It's not marketed right in the US. Yeah, oh, absolutely, it was not. It clearly wasn't. It really wasn't.
Ready. Fight.
Oh, come on, he didn't block that. He was in the middle of a move. What the hell? 2 uppercuts, I hit him right in the back and I still didn't connect with it? Yeah, right. There we go. I was like, I had to connect with one of these things. Alright, we're gonna move on to this little kid. Love it. I mean, shoot, I have like behind me, I have like stacks of like, I recently got my, what is it, my, I got some like storage, like shelves and stuff, and I just loaded it up with all, this one that's actually right behind me is all my Sega stuff, with the exception of the Saturn, like my Sega CD, 32X, Genesis, and my, yeah, my Master System stuff, so it's actually pretty cool. A pretty good, solid lineup. I'm gonna actually take a picture of it in my, once I get both the shelves, because I bought 2 shelves. And it's gonna be pretty, it was pretty nice. Alright, so let me move on to, once it goes back to this title screen here, I'm gonna go back. Once I get all that done, I'm gonna actually post some pictures up on my Discord so you can see the actual stuff, because the other shelf is gonna contain like all of my off the wall, you know, like my 3DO, my TurboGrafx, what else? My PlayStation 1, 2, and 3 games, Xbox, you know, stuff that my partner has, and all that stuff. Let me see here. I don't know if it's actually here, but I think that works. There you go. Yeah, I've had a Discord for a while. I don't post very much on there, but Like when I do new recorded content, I'll upload the link to it, you know, that kind of stuff. Where's X-Men or Marvel Superheroes? Alright, finale for the stream here. Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter. Let's go. There it is right here. Here's the case. So if you have to click on the link. If you have to have the app or the desktop, you know, it'll get you the invite. If it doesn't work, let me know. I can send it to you via Whispers. Because sometimes, like I have the invite set to forever, but sometimes it doesn't always work. And there's even an extra character in this thing too, by the way. I think he's a Japanese comedian or something like that. It's hilarious. I haven't used him yet. I'm not going to, but still.
Are you ready, true believers? Capcom and Marvel. Welcome to the adventure!
Let's get into this.
Choose your alter egos.
See, there he is right here. Norimaro. Oh, okay. It's all good. See, like, it has to load that little bit of time right there, but that's it. You're already in the freaking game. It's like, goodness. Uh-huh. Just cover her with sticky stuff. Hey, she's the one that keeps falling for it, so... Yeah, but I have to say, I have it on my phone ready to join. Alright, yeah, I just got the notification. You're all good. See what I mean, man? This is just crazy how fast this loads. Stop it with that crap. Come on, I'm holding block. You didn't like that, I guess. that sucked. That's not what I told you to do, dumbass. See, look at that. No slowdown. No slowdown whatsoever. Is crazy. I one gaming PC in the house of 5 used a pain to keep logging each other out. Yeah, that is total. I totally get that. When we had our former roommates who lived here, it was me and my partner, a husband and wife, and 4 kids. So 8 people in the house, and we were always fighting over who gets to play what and when. So when the kids went to bed, it was like, oh yeah, let's ah. Sorry, I'll take the hit. This is probably my favorite tune of the entire game. Love this tune. Ah. Oh, come on. Alright, there we go. I have to share my PC and games. Yeah, right? It's like, nope, I'm in my game room. This is mine. I only stream during the week. The napping kids are in the school. And the other 3 I can fight over on the weekends. Yeah.
Spider sense tingling.
Bed outside while I was sleeping. No, it's all right. I mean, it's okay. I mean, we managed. I mean, let me tell you something. We have 1.5 bathrooms in this house. And it really kind of I took way too long on that. So I mean, we made it work. Oh, come on, where's my... Ah! I was trying to sneak in there, too. Dude, seriously, knock it off. It's rude. Oh, come on, really? Yeah, and the bathrooms are literally right next to each other, too. So, yeah. I don't share my games with the kids. have their own PS5. They don't touch mine. Yeah, well, there you go. Actually, I still haven't touched my PS5 in over a week.
Ready. Fight!
Yep. Ouch. I'm surprised that took away that much, because... Whoop, you got me. Not showing my RetroPie 3. I actually completely forgot about that. You can, this one you can summon your partner for a quick attack. First, I'm gonna play as Carnival. Oh jeez, good luck with that one. Those are the gun ones, man. Those things are tough. I'm paying off hospital bill. Yeah, I remember. At least you're recovering okay. Ah, wrong. I was holding duck. No, you don't. What else we got here? See you later. Here we go, I finally got down to 11k left. That's actually pretty good. Aw. Timed that just perfectly. Expensive, yeah, about 450. I'd say it's as much as a Switch 2, but you get so many games. So many. Yeah, I'm really hoping that I wasn't even looking at his health. Jeez. Being off, Primal Rage 2 is on there. Oh, absolutely, dude. We've been talking about that all week. Matt Goki. Oh, come on. What did he hit me with? Ah, he didn't jump. No. No, I didn't tell you to do that. Both just fell into it. Oh, come on. I had time to jump. Alright, we'll finish him off with its maximum spider then. I'm gonna get the switch. No, I'm not gonna get it either. I'm just gonna leave it alone. Probably for a while. Because they're gonna be releasing Prime 4 on the regular Switch, so I have no interest in really getting the Switch 2. The only thing that I'd really want is the Mario Kart game. That's it. It's gonna end up like the Wii U. Yeah, you're probably right. I would agree with that 100%. Because really, that's all it is. It's just an upgrade to the Switch. And I knew that that's what they were gonna. If they were gonna release a Switch 2, I said, how are you gonna really? It's just gonna be an improved Switch. So I don't know. We'll see. I really played it. I've only recently started picking it up again because I've been playing that card game Light Seekers on the Switch because it's a free, download. It's pay if you want to, but you can actually eventually unlock more cards over time, or you can buy them. It doesn't matter. It's up to you. But it's free to play. I've been playing it for probably a few years now. Pretty much have everything I need, and there's only 8 sets in the game, and it's a very easy game to pick up. I wish I could play it competitively, but whatever. Playing 8K 60 frames, I can't tell a difference. And yeah, I know, it's just I really don't. It doesn't bother me either. But anyway, I hope you guys have enjoyed this little Street Fighter showcase I did today for the Sega Saturn, just to show you how good this console really is. It's just amazing what they were able to accomplish with this. Doing the Versus series with the 4 MB cartridge upgrade, I honestly, this could rival the Dreamcast. It really, as a 32-bit system for these games. I mean, it really honestly could. I know obviously they couldn't do Marvel vs. Capcom 2 on this console, but they could have done Marvel vs. Capcom on this. They could have. I'm pretty sure. It's sad that they never, once 1998 came around, that was it. They couldn't do it anymore, and it's just time to check your tracking too, and how it's set up. And it's just a handheld PS4 with it. Yep, it's just the same. But I mean, the fact that they're able to the whole thing about Nintendo, though, is that they were always about keeping like handheld stuff, and that's what it was all about for them. They had the Game Boy, the DS, the Game Boy Advance, all that stuff. And now they have the Switch. That's what they were doing. That's what they were talking about. And now that they basically just put it all together into one system, and it was just amazing what they could accomplish with handheld stuff. And even the Switch was quite the accomplishment. I mean, hands down, it was awesome. Steam Deck, I don't know about that. Maybe. I just have no interest in it. I just don't. It was just like, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe down the line or something. I don't know. It's just not for me. I enjoy my Switch for what it is, and I enjoy all my retro consoles. I don't know. Maybe someday. $360. That's it. But again, it's like for me, it's like Xbox. It's like I don't know what games I would want on the console. I've always like looked at Xbox and I'm like, even with PlayStation nowadays, it's like there's really nothing I want on the console. Even Switch has kind of like died off quite a bit. Although I do have a few games on my Switch that are on my watch list. One game I'm looking into is one called Cyber Shadow. It was released about in 2021, 2022. It's like a Ninja Gaiden type of game. Not it's people are like comparing it to like The Messenger, but I think that when I was watching, my brother kind of introduced me to it, and I think it looks way better than The Messenger. It just seemed like it would be really cool, so I'm looking into getting that one as well. We'll see. But anyway, again, I hope you guys have enjoyed the Street Fighter Alpha series and the Versus series, both on the Sega Saturn today. We did full playthroughs of just one quick little playthrough of each game, just to kind of showcase them. It's been awesome. I'm happy I'm able to showcase this. So the power of the Sega Saturn and what it was able to accomplish and everything, and it really is pretty cool for the console itself. So I got my PS5 when I want to play older games. I turn on my PS Classic into a Pi. Oh, there you go. Yeah, the PlayStation Classic, you could easily do that too. And it had the actual ROM to actually, like the memory to actually hold a lot of those games. So compared to like the Genesis Mini and all that, it had a lot of good stuff. So, but anyway, that is going to wrap up the stream for today. Again, thanks for everybody who came in, and thanks Baker for the resub. I'm going to be back again tomorrow morning. We're actually going to be continuing on with our RPG Sundays. I know last weekend I just overslept completely last weekend, so I do apologize, but I was just tired. But we're going to be continuing on with RPG Sunday. We're going to be doing continuation of Albert Odyssey right here on the Saturn. We're going to be doing that. So we're only about 5 or 6 hours into the game, so it's still early. But that's for tomorrow. So that's gonna wrap up the stream for today. Don't forget to remind everybody to please check the About section for the Instagram, Discord, Facebook, merchandise store, and of course, don't forget to subscribe over to our YouTube side, where my streams and extra recorded content are uploaded over to there at 1FG Archives. So make sure you do subscribe over there to never miss any new content. But that is going to wrap it up for me today. So until next time, everybody, as always, please take care of yourselves and one another, and I will see you back here tomorrow morning at 8:30 a.m. Eastern for the continuation of Albert Odyssey. So on behalf of Little Squishy here, Squiggly, Little Shop of Horrors, Talon, and Dawn, our little baby Metroids, as we say in Chozo, Tribunata Mushnu Dakin, see you next mission. Have a great day, everybody!